Summer's officially here, and the bikini sale at shackshop.us is happening right now. Get hot styles, bold prints, and perfect fits, all on sale for a limited time. Whether you're beach-bound or poolside, we've got the bikini that makes you feel confident, cute, and totally summer-ready. So don't wait. Head to shackshop.us and shop the sale before it ends. That's shackshop.us, your new favorite bikini spot.
Prince Andrew released after arrest. Full breakdown of the misconduct allegations, royal fallout, and what comes next. Prince Andrew, legally known as Andrew Albert Christian Edward Mountbatten-Windsor, has been released from police custody following a dramatic and unprecedented arrest that has shaken the British monarchy to its core. The former Duke of York, who turned 66 on the very day of his detention, was arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office after coordinated police operations targeted properties linked to him in Norfolk and Berkshire. For the first time in modern British history, a senior royal has been taken into custody under suspicion of criminal wrongdoing connected to their official duties. Tonight, we break down everything. What led to the arrest, what misconduct in public office actually means, the Epstein file connection, the royal family's reaction, political and international fallout, and what may happen next. This is the most comprehensive timeline and analysis of events so far. The morning raid, how the arrest unfolded. Shortly after 8 a.m. on Thursday morning, officers arrived at Wood Farm on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. Wood Farm has long been associated with the royal family and became Andrew's residence after stepping back from public life. Police simultaneously conducted searches at Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park, Andrew's former 30-room residence, in what appears to have been a coordinated operation. By just after 10 a.m., Thames Valley Police confirmed that Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor had been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Under UK law, police can detain a suspect for up to 24 hours without charge while conducting interviews and reviewing evidence. For hours, speculation dominated headlines. Would he be charged? Would he be released under investigation? Would bail conditions be imposed? By late afternoon, new photographs emerged showing Andrew being driven away from Aylsham Police Station in Norfolk. Authorities have not yet clarified whether he was released on bail or remains under investigation without charge, a key distinction that may determine the pace of what comes next. What is misconduct in public office? The charge being investigated is not minor. Misconduct in public office is a serious common law offense in the United Kingdom. It applies when a public officer acts in their official capacity, willfully neglects to perform their duty, or willfully misconducts themselves. The misconduct is serious enough to amount to an abuse of the public's trust. Convictions can carry significant prison sentences depending on severity. The key question now, did Andrew, during his time as the UK Special Representative for International Trade and Investment, misuse confidential information or his position for improper purposes? That is what investigators are examining. The Epstein file connection. The arrest follows the release of millions of additional documents by the U.S. Department of Justice connected to Epstein. Among the materials reportedly disclosed are emails suggesting that Andrew may have shared confidential briefings related to official overseas visits, details regarding potential investment opportunities, diplomatic communications. Investigators are examining whether such exchanges constituted improper sharing of privileged information with Epstein, a convicted sex offender and financier whose global network has remained under scrutiny for years. Andrew has long denied any wrongdoing in connection with Epstein. He has previously acknowledged poor judgment in maintaining contact, but has rejected claims of criminal conduct. However, the newly released files appear to have reignited scrutiny. A royal first. Historic significance. This arrest marks an extraordinary moment in royal history. While monarchs and royals have faced scandal before, modern British constitutional monarchy operates under a different standard of accountability. No senior working royal in decades has been detained under suspicion of criminal misconduct tied to official duties. This development raises constitutional and reputational questions. Does royal status provide insulation from prosecution? How does the monarchy balance tradition with accountability? What precedent does this set? King Charles speaks. King Charles III responded publicly for the first time, stating simply, "The law must take its course." The message was described as measured and deliberate. Sources indicate that the Prince and Princess of Wales support this position. Notably, the royal family was reportedly not given advance warning of Andrew's arrest. However, the Home Office was briefed prior to officers attending Sandringham, a detail that has prompted questions about protocol and communication. Charles carries on. Despite the unfolding crisis, King Charles continued his scheduled engagements. He attended London Fashion Week, sitting front row beside Stella McCartney. Observers noted he appeared composed, even sharing moments of visible laughter before a catwalk show. Royal analysts say this was intentional, a display of continuity, a signal of institutional stability, an effort to prevent the monarchy from appearing destabilized. Yet behind the scenes, the arrest has reignited long-standing concerns about reputational damage. Inside police custody, what Andrew experienced. Former law enforcement officials say Andrew would have experienced standard procedures: booking and processing, personal property confiscation, interview under caution, confinement in a standard police cell. Retired officers have stated that custody suites offer no preferential treatment. For a man once living in Royal Lodge, a sprawling Grade 2 listed estate,
The contrast could not be more stark. Political reaction in the United States. In Washington, Democratic Congressman Saha Subramaniam issued a statement following the arrest. He has previously called for Andrew to sit for questioning before the U.S. House Oversight Committee. He stated, "We hope today's arrest will lead to answers and show that there will be accountability, regardless of how rich and powerful you are." The Epstein files have transatlantic implications. Andrew's alleged presence in U.S. documents may complicate diplomatic considerations. Pressure on the monarchy. Royal commentator Sarah Vine wrote that the scandal could eat away at King Charles's legacy. This crisis emerges at a sensitive moment. Charles is still solidifying his reign following Queen Elizabeth II's death. The monarchy faces increasing scrutiny over transparency. Public trust remains fragile. For Charles personally, the situation is layered. Andrew is not just a royal figure. He is his younger brother. The legacy question. Queen Elizabeth II famously prioritized duty above all else. Many observers speculate that news of this arrest would have deeply distressed her. The monarchy's credibility rests on moral authority and public service. Each scandal chips away at that foundation. The question now, can the institution weather another prolonged controversy? What happens next? Several possible paths exist. No charges filed. Police may determine insufficient evidence exists for prosecution. Released under investigation, Andrew could remain subject to ongoing inquiry. Charged. If evidence supports it, formal charges could follow. Parliamentary involvement. Political pressure could intensify calls for inquiry or testimony. Legal experts note that misconduct on public office cases are complex and often hinge on proving intent and abuse of trust. Public reaction. Public opinion is sharply divided. Some argue that the arrest proves no one is above the law. Others question whether this is politically motivated timing linked to the release of Epstein materials.
On social media, debate has been fierce, with hashtags trending within hours of the announcement. A monarchy under modern scrutiny. The British monarchy has survived wars, abdications, and scandals, but the digital age amplifies crises instantly and globally. Every development now circulates within minutes. Every statement is dissected. Every silence analyzed. Broader implications. This investigation may influence future royal roles and oversight, transparency requirements for diplomatic envoys, relationship between monarchy and government, U.S.-UK cooperation on investigations. It also revives ongoing questions about how institutions handle associations with figures later exposed for criminal behavior. The human element. Behind headlines are real individuals. For Andrew, the arrest marks another chapter in a long-running controversy that has already cost him military titles, royal patronages, public duties, use of HRH style. For Charles, it represents a deeply personal crisis intersecting with constitutional responsibility. For the monarchy, it is yet another stress test. Final thoughts. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor has walked free from police custody, for now, but the investigation continues. No charges have been announced. No legal conclusion reached. The coming weeks may determine whether this was a dramatic but temporary development, or the beginning of a historic prosecution. One thing is certain. The reverberations from this arrest will be felt far beyond Aylsham Police Station. They will echo through Buckingham Palace, through Parliament, through Washington, and through the future of the British monarchy itself.